because it's significant. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. We're live. Hang on a second. It's Ahern's turn. Are we ready? Tyson? Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Perry Carnegie Library Board. The date is October 19th, 2020, and it's 6:15 p.m. Roll call, please.
Holdarn.
Here.
Bond.
Here.
Dilbeck.
Here.
Ahern.
Here.
Marshall. White. Morrill.
Here.
Wines. Streller.
Here.
I believe that's a quorum. Tonight's invocation will be given by Reverend Kim Hayes from First Baptist Church. Brother Kim, we appreciate you being here, and you may proceed.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sure.
Hey, I again want to apologize. I'm in the middle of a budget committee meeting here at the church, so I'll have to pray and get off the line. But thank you again for, I always count it a privilege to pray with you all. So let me pray with you. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight. We thank you for this group that serves so diligently, so many things to discuss. And Father, we pray that you will give them wisdom and wisdom from above even. And so, Father, just direct their steps. I thank you for their work and the time they put into this to lead our community. What a great community it is. And we are so blessed and to have these leaders in each of their positions. So encourage them tonight. And Father, I pray that all things will be done to bring you honor and glory. And we just thank you for your son, Jesus, and we ask it in his name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Brother Kim, and we pray for you and your budget meeting.
Thank you so much.
You bet. The first item on our agenda is the consent agenda. There are 3 items listed for your review.
Motion to approve.
Second. Dilbeck.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Holdarn.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Dilbeck.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Morrill.
Yes.
Streller.
Yes.
We'll move down to item 4. Or is there anyone on the call tonight from comments from those assembled? Comments from those assembled. Seeing none, we'll move to item 5, presentation of the oral quarterly report on library usage and statistics on the Perry Carnegie Library by Pam Rigg, head librarian. Is Pam on the call tonight?
Yes, I am.
Oh, great. Go ahead.
Tyson will show pictures of the shelving we purchased with state aid in May while I'm speaking. Those watching from Facebook or YouTube will be able to see. Those on Zoom will not be able to see. Call the library to have your items placed in 7th Street entry. You can request by genre, author, or search the catalog on the Perry Carnegie Library website. Come inside the library to get or renew a library card. We are still offering interlibrary loan services. This service allows another library to mail us a book for a $2 fee to the patron. It usually takes about a week for the material to arrive. We have Storytime bundles available for checkout. Each bundle contains 5 new picture books, a craft, and a song sheet. You return the books and keep the craft and song sheet. We are preparing a literary-based theme on Harry Potter. We will be giving away packets beginning Thursday each week. This will run for 5 weeks. Each packet will have collectibles, a craft, and other items for Harry Potter fans. Watch for details at Facebook on Perry Carnegie Library. The intended audience is children and teens. However, we believe there will be interest from adults. We will have 100 available each week. We will also have an alternative for those who aren't Harry Potter fans. When the weather has been nice, we have put books sale items outside on carts and sealed in sacks by genre. Please put your money in the book drop. We are working with Perry Public Schools to offer e-cards to students. A traditional library card is ideal because it offers e-book circulation as well as physical materials. However, the e-card is great for those who need access to e-books only. We expect our e-book circulation to increase as students begin using this service. We are also partnering with a Perry Public Online School and YMCA to check out books to students. Details will be provided by one of our partners. And that's it.
Thank you, Pam. Are there any questions or any comments for Pam while she's here?
And those crafts that you all put out for the kids are really nice. I know my children sure enjoyed them.
Well, I'm happy, and I hope that they enjoy Harry Potter too.
I think we're all looking forward to that.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pam, thank you to you and all of your staff. I know this has been a challenging time for everybody, especially during the pandemic, and you guys just continue to figure out new ways to reach people, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll move now to item number 6. Is there any new business before us tonight? Seeing none, we'll move to item 7, a motion on adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Cold iron?
A motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Coldarn.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Dilbeck.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Morrill. Morrill.
Button got stuck. Sorry about that.
Okay. And Streller.
Yes.
Thank you, board.
Are you ready, Dixie?
Yes.
I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Perry Municipal Authority, October 19th, 2020 at 6:21. Roll call, please.
Coldarn.
Here?
Bond.
Here.
Dilbeck.
Here.
Ahern.
Here.
Marshall. White. Morrill.
Here.
Wines. Streller.
Here. Item number 1 is the consent agenda. There's one item on the consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
How many councilmen do we have? 6. Roll call, please.
Coldarn.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Dilbeck.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Morrill.
Yes.
Streller.
Yes, thank you. We'll move to item number 4, comments from those assembled pertaining to the items on the PMA agenda this evening. Hearing none, we'll move to item 5, proclamations, commendations, reports, and inquiries by the governing body. Hearing none of those, we will move to item 6, new business that needs to come before the PMA this evening. If there is none, we will move to item 7, motion on the adjournment.
Motion to adjourn. Morrill. Second. Cold iron.
Roll call, please.
Coldarn.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Dilbeck.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Morrill.
Yes.
Streller.
Yes. Thank you, authority members. At this time, if you're ready, Dixie.
Ready.
Okay, we will move to the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Perry, October 19th, 2020 at 6:23. Roll call, please.
Coldarn.
Here.
Bond.
Here.
Dilbeck.
Here.
Ahern.
Here.
Marshall. White. Morrill.
Here.
Wines. Streller.
Yes, here, I'm sorry. Item number 1, the consent agenda. There's a list there, several items in the consent agenda this evening.
Motion to approve consent agenda. Morrill.
Second. Ahern.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Coldarn.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Dilbeck.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Morrill.
Yes.
Streller.
Yes. We will move to item number 4, comments from those assembled pertaining to the items on the city agenda this evening. Hearing none, we will move to item number 5, proclamations, commendations, reports, and inquiries by the governing body. None? Item number 6, city manager's report, monthly project updates.
Thank you, Mayor.
kind of a rocky start for Sonic this weekend. They were ready to open on Saturday, and seemed like every time they fired up their computer, it crashed. So it's been kind of a couple of rough days for them. So hopefully they'll get it straightened out real quick. Sometimes that's what happens when I say, hey, they will be open. So anyway, they're getting there. Been notified that parts for the water treatment plant actuator project that we've been waiting on for a long time were shipped this past Friday and should be in-house this Thursday. So that's a great project, and we're looking forward to having that completed. Other than that, any questions from the council? Hearing none. Thank you, Mayor.
Mm-hmm. Item number 7, or is there any questions for Larry? I'm sorry. Seeing none, we will move to item 7, Chief Financial Officer's Report. Mr. Meacham.
Good evening, guys. Just a couple of things that I wanted to touch base with you on. Of course, you have your financials. Y'all can look at those pieces. As you look through there, we should be about 25% of the way through the year, since it is the end of September. As you will see, I mean, our sales tax number is looking really good at this point. Matter of fact, being at 38% of budget, if we were to break that down and I were to give you just based on prior year numbers, we're up almost 5% over prior year, which is a good piece. We budget even less than that because we always budget conservative, but being up that 5%, the number that I would tell you is even better than that is what is on our use tax. Our use tax has averaged over about $33,000, this quarter, whenever you look at it. But if you take that back and you look at what we were doing last year, we're up almost 11% over that. So having good use tax is going to be a new thing that we start relying on. In the past, we always thought of use tax as just kind of this extra little bonus that we kind of get every once in a while. But with the internet sales and with all of those things going on, use tax is going to become a bigger and bigger piece of what we have to deal with. One of the numbers, as you look down through there, that you got to pick up, our hotel motel tax was up a little bit from last month at $12,000, but that's still not hitting, kind of our $18,000 number that we really want hotel motel tax to come in at. So we're still kind of hurting a little bit in that piece. If you're looking at the expenses and you see a handful of those that may be off a little bit, they're over. Pretty much all of those are related either to one-time charges and things that were capital outlay or bigger projects that we do all at once, or stuff related to like the ballparks, which is really a seasonal activity. It'll fall off. We won't have near the expenses that we have in those as we go through. All in all, though, through the first quarter, we're well within our budget. We've had a couple of extra pieces that have come in. We'll talk about using one of those a little later this evening. But one of those is that CARES Act money, about $370,000 that we're going to get from the state of Oklahoma as part of our CARES money. We're going to propose and talk about using part of that as a match on the ambulance grant. So anyhow, we're really using good monies to do good things and get a lot of work done. Are there any questions? Something that you guys would like for me to address directly?
Russ, if I could, one of the things I wanted to mention was that the Holiday Inn Express has now in the process of reopening. They have a new owner now. I've been reaching out to him and he hasn't responded yet. I want to meet him and see what his plans are, but they're not open quite yet, but at least it's been sold, and hopefully that corner would be lit for long. So that would be helpful.
Yes, for sure.
I didn't, I guess this can kind of fit here because it does have to do with the community and financials a little bit. But Larry, I forgot to ask on yours, did we have any indication of what's going to happen with the old Sonic building yet?
Probably the best way I can answer that question is to say there's been some movement between the property owner and a prospective buyer.
Okay. Yeah, that's financial. That's good.
Yeah.
Sorry to take up your time, Russ.
Oh, you're good. Sorry, I already put you on mute. I didn't want to interrupt Bill as he was talking.
I didn't say anything. All right. Any final questions for Russ? All right. Thank you, Russ. Item number 8, Dixie. We don't have enough members present to pass that emergency, do we?
That is correct. We do not.
Okay. So, Bryce, well, do you want us to table this again, or how are we going to handle this? Because we can't pass the emergency.
Yeah, we've pretty much run out of time. By the next
Okay.
meeting, it will have already
All right.
come in effect. So we'll just not put it on any more agendas.
All right. Thank you. We will move over to item number 9, consider a 90-day extension request for Green Farms Company LLC for further due diligence. Larry, I want you to handle this because I know you've been in touch with these people and you know a little bit about it. You and I have had that discussion, but you know more than I know about this situation. You're muted, Larry.
As you know, Green Farms LLC has made a request to purchase parcels 4 in the North Industrial Park. They also wanted some time to do their due diligence to make certain it's a right fit for them. And as part of that due diligence, they reached out to Oklahoma Natural Gas, and Oklahoma Natural Gas said that they would be happy to run a main line to parcel 4 if they would pay $300,000. And of course, that's a lot of money. And they've asked for a little bit extra time, like 90 days, to continue their due diligence. These folks have been probably in this process for probably over a year now. And Amy Isom is with us from Green Farms. And Amy, you can jump in whenever you would like, but these folks have done everything we've asked them to do. They've been great partners, and we'd like to see this extension approved by council. Amy, you have anything to say?
Yeah, good evening. I just wanted to just reiterate that the due diligence is just taking us a bit longer as we're trying to look at solutions, whether with the gas company or outside of the gas company, whether it's looking at different equipment that can go in there, things like that. And so we're trying to work through the process with multiple people, and it's just taking some time. And so that's why we were looking for an extension.
And we did mention to Amy that obviously we're in the business of selling utilities and would like to continue to do that and to sell as much as we possibly can. And we did ask them, once they found out what their energy needs were, to reach out to us and see what we could do. We didn't promise anything. We just wanted to see if there was anything that we could do on our end rather than go into gas. So.
And that's definitely what we're looking into as well, is that if there are other pieces of equipment, other ways that we can switch out gas items for electrical and things like that. And so that's part of the due diligence we're doing as well.
Mayor?
All right. Do we, as a council, do we wish to grant a 90-day extension on her request, or on their request? I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve the 90-day extension request.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Coldarn,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dillbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrill,
Yes.
Streller.
Yes. Thank you, council. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, council.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Item number 10, consider approval of the school resource officers agreement. This agreement, it has been signed, correct?
I do
Where?
not have a signed copy.
It has been approved. We don't have a signed copy yet, but it was approved last Monday night by the council, by the
Oh, okay, yeah.
school board.
Okay. So, council, we want to probably go ahead and approve the agreement, being the school board has approved it.
Move to approve.
Second, Dilbeck.
Roll call, please.
Goldern,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Okay, item number 11, consider amending the amount of compensation to be paid on the school resource officer agreement to the Perry Public Schools for the spring, would be spring semester of 2020 school year. Council, we know that we had an agreement with the school for it's $12,841 and some cents for the entire semester. And being we only went to school for a portion of that time, we've calculated out that the total should be $6,879.60. Ben's our officer was not at the school. Means they let school out at spring break, I believe it was. So we need to approve a new agreement because we're changing the amount that the school owes us.
Motion to approve. Ahern.
On second.
Any questions? A roll call, please.
Goldern,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Item number 12, consider approval of resolution 2020-14 of the City Council of the City of Perry amending the 2005 capital improvement plan of the City of Perry, Oklahoma by amending section E found on pages 10 and 11 entitled Utilities by adding a project under subsection E1 entitled Constructing and Installing Safety Rails Around the Aerator Clarifiers, and Final Treatment Station at the Wastewater Treatment Plant, and clarifying such project with a designation of mandatory and providing for an estimated cost of, and there's a blank there. Bryce has come up with the estimated cost is $30,000. So I know that over time, these railings at the treatment plant have deteriorated and rusted off and broke off, and it's a very serious situation out there that we've come across, and we need to get that project taken care of.
Bill, this is Bryce. If we amend our CIP plan and we add this project and we make it mandatory, then we get more points on our REAP grant. So that's why we're doing this.
Oh, okay.
The only quick question I have, I mean, I know it's mandatory and everything, but I can't recall right now off the top of my head, but I had a couple questions on the numbers. It seemed like they were off in the documentation compared to maybe what we're talking here. Is that what? So can you run down the estimated cost and what part is ours and what part is the REAP?
It's a $25,000 grant. We're going to spend $5,000. We've received one estimate from a contractor. Dixie, have we received the engineer's estimate yet? I didn't get it.
No, I have not.
Okay. I mean, what we did is we had a contractor go out there and take a look at it. And I'll tell you, their estimate came in at $27,000, some odd dollars. I rounded it off to 30, thought that we would put in 5 and we would go for a $25,000 REAP grant. We get points for asking for less. So, the last time we went for what was it, Dixie? A $25,000 fencing grant, or it was $30,000 fencing
For
grant.
water treatment, not fencing.
Yeah, for the water treatment plant, and then the bids came in a lot higher than what the engineer's estimate was. So, I mean, we have done the best that we can, the best estimate that we can get. This is due on the 30th of October, and there's not another meeting between now and then. So that's really what we have.
Right,
Dixie, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I do not. I think you have covered it. We just have to get this all completed to turn in a timely manner if we hope to be considered for the grant.
I will motion to approve as written with the amendment of adding the $30,000 estimate at the end.
Second.
I think in the Dixie emailed that out to us, the resolution. Isn't that correct, Dixie?
Yes, I did today.
Yeah, and it does say 30,000 on the email we got sent out. But thank you, Derek, for bringing that up. Roll call, please.
Coldern,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Streller.
Yes, thank you, Council. Item 13, consider approval of resolution number 2020-15, authorizing application for financial assistance from the Rural Economic Action Plan, which is REAP fund, for the construction and installing safety railings around the aerator, clarifier, and final treatment station at the wastewater treatment plant. This is applying for the REAP grant, correct, Dixie?
Yes, it's correct. And just for your information, the reason I selected this project was things with water and wastewater gather more points. So we generally try to look at those areas to find out what's really needed and go from there.
Council.
Move to approve the resolution.
I'll second it, Ahern.
Roll call, please.
Coldern,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Streller.
Yes, thank you. Item 14, consider approval of ordinances providing for children at play signs. A, consider approval of an ordinance number 2020-23 of the City Council of the City of Perry approving for children at play sign on North 8th Street, at or near 8th Street and Noble Street, Perry, Oklahoma, providing that the city manager is authorizing to implement the ordinance, providing for appealer savings codification, appealer savings severability penalty, and declaring emergency. Council, I know that we've had some situations up in that area, and those people wish to have a children at play sign put up. Actually, I know of a couple others that we probably need to look at too. I've been notified about, Larry.
I'm all in agreement with these. I do wonder with the additions at the end there and the numbers we have, should we table these until the next meeting to see if we can get enough people?
What do you think, Bryce?
Sure. I mean, I would rather approve the emergencies with the ordinance at the same time. There's a 15-day requirement to publish the ordinance, and when they occur at the same time, that's much better.
Well, if that's the case, pardon me, Council, I'm sorry. If that's the case, what we'll do is I'll have those other addresses to be put on here too, Bryce. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So I would entertain a motion to table item 14A and B.
Thank you, Bill.
To the next agenda.
To the next agenda. Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you, Bill. I'll make the motion that we table A and B on item 14 until the next agenda.
Second, Dilbeck.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Coldern,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Streller.
Yes, thank you. Item 15, authorize the filing of a FY 2021, whatever that is, or ORSIFA grant for 2 striker cots with a power load system and other related equipment for the Perry Fire EMS Department at approximately $30,010.89 as a 30% local match, with $2,000 of that amount to pay Rogers EMS Consulting to prepare and file the grant, and with the appropriate coming from the CARES Act funding. So, Russ, is this what you were talking about?
Yes, this is what I was addressing. We have multiple communities that actually go out and apply for these grants. This is not a grant that in the past the city of Perry's always applied for. So I got with Russell whenever he was needing these cots and talking about it, and I said, hey, let's, instead of just using straight CARES money, let's try to go out and use some other funds. So Russell did a whole lot of lead work, did a great job, got all this together. And so we're going to apply to get this out of part of the tobacco settlement money instead of just taking it all out of city money at this point. So hopefully we'll get this. We have in the past had this grant awarded to us. So it's not like it'll be new for us to get it. And we used Mr. Rogers to do that, and he took care of it last time and did a good job. So really, we just need to pass this so that we can show that we have the appropriated funds. I'll have to sign a letter stating that the funds are appropriated and we have the matching in place and can afford to do the project, which we can. Part of that, and our money is free and clear that we received under the CARES Act, but part of that reimbursement that we received there, we're now going to reappropriate $30,000 of that to do this local match piece.
All right. Is there any questions, council?
I would like to give Mr. Brandon an opportunity to explain those cots if possible.
Well, I was getting to that.
Sorry.
I know it's fine. For some reason, I thought we talked about cots before. Russell, do we not have cots, or have we just talked about them before? For some reason, in my mind, I thought we had these.
Yeah, we do have cots. The cots that we have in service today were purchased in 2011. The lifespan on these cots with our call volume is typically 8 to 10 years. Okay. Obviously, we're at 9 years today, and we've had to do some complete overhauls of the 3 power cots that we have currently. And so, in looking at these and talking with the representative that actually does the work on those cots for the preventative maintenance and service, his recommendation was to absolutely go for this grant and try to replace these cots that are at this point about 9.5 years old.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
Any questions for Russell?
Yeah, I was one more question. Do they provide us any extra added benefit than the cots we have today?
So the cots, Derek, I appreciate you asking that. The cots are going to be similar to what we currently have. I mean, at that level, what this is going to add is the ability for those cots. We're actually one service in the state of Oklahoma that's with our size and our call volume, the size of our department and our call volume. We're kind of at the tail end of getting into this ability for that cot to assist in loading the patient into the back of that ambulance without our personnel have to actually lift the patient's 100% of the weight of the patient and the cot into the ambulance. So the end result here is to hope that we can avoid some sort of back injury or whatever. I mean, as we continue to progress in the EMS and trauma systems in the state of Oklahoma, this is one of the things that they found is definitely beneficial to all municipalities and cities.
Thank you, Russell.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that we're going to be able to get some new cots here, hopefully, and keep you guys up to date. But you're updated. I'll motion to approve the filing of this grant.
Second.
Any further questions? Roll call, please.
Kildern,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrill,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Item 16, consider payment to Wesco of $13,112.57 for 13 terminal meter cans, splice kits, and light globes for downtown square transformers, connectors, lights, wires, photocells, tapes, meter cans, waiver of local competitive bidding ordinance in the public's interest. This is something that we typically see on our agenda as we have bills come through from Wesco.
Motion to approve the invoices. Ahern.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Holdarn,
Yeah.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Item 17, consider approval of purchase of polymer from Thornton, Musso, and Bellarmine Incorporated in the amount of $35,929.20 for Perry Water Plant. This is a polymer they use to treat our water with.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Holdarn,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Thank you. Item number 18, discuss COVID-19 pandemic. Go, council.
Well, I saw the numbers are coming down some. That's good.
Yep. Bryce, what is the date? We have one more meeting or two more meetings? One
One more meeting unless it's extended.
Okay.
And I'm told that he's going to make his decision in the next few days.
Okay.
I've been checking with Senator Hall about that, since he's the one that helped push this through for the state.
All right. The only thing I have, I kind of want to make a public announcement at this time. Everyone knows that the trick-or-treating around the square has been canceled. The Chamber of Commerce decided that probably wouldn't be a good idea around the square. I do know that there's several events taking place at different locations around town. But I've had several text messages and several phone calls and things to me personally wanting to know about trick-or-treating from house to house. And I believe the information I'm giving that we are not in control of that. That is up to the public. It is up to the parents to decide whether their kids will participate in that. And it's up to each home to determine whether they will participate in that. So if anyone's on here or anyone can hear us, it is strictly up to the public's discretion whether you let your kids do trick-or-treating or whether you pass out candy at your homes. That is not going to be an item that the city is going to take a stance on. Anything further? No? Item 19, any new business that needs to come before the city council this evening? Hearing none, we'll move to item number 20, a motion on the adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, Coldarn.
Roll call, please.
Holdarn,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Dilbeck,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Morrell,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Thank you, council.